Hey there, lacrosse fans. Matt Lawrence of HopkinsSports.com here with you as we welcome in a very special guest this morning, Kristen Carr, the newest member of the Johns Hopkins Athletics program and the new offensive coordinator for Janine Tucker's Johns Hopkins Blue Jays. Kristen, thanks for taking the time out of your day to join us this morning. Kristen comes to us from Ohio State after previous stints at Stanford, Delaware, and her alma mater of North Carolina. Kristen, first off, thanks for taking the time out this morning. I know these last couple of weeks have probably been quite stressful for you, as they are for a lot of people in this world right now. But just talk me through the last couple of weeks, your conversations with Janine Tucker to get back here to Baltimore, your hometown, and being welcomed back to the Blue Jays.
Yeah, well, thanks, Matt, and thanks for having me. I could not be more excited to be a part of the Blue Jay family. I think from the moment Janine and I had our first conversation to when the position was offered, I just had such a sense of connection and such a great feeling about what she brings to the sport of lacrosse, what she brings to her program and to her players and her staff. And I knew that there wasn't another place I'd rather be than to be a part of that and to learn and grow and help build this Blue Jay family and continue to encourage that championship mentality for our team and to take our team to that next level. And Janine is just such an incredible person. So to have this opportunity, I couldn't think of a better place to be.
And Kristen takes over for Steele Stanwick, who departed the Johns Hopkins program earlier this summer to pursue some outside opportunities. Kristen, I want to talk a little bit about your coaching history. You were a defender in college, you were a draw specialist in college, and since then you've been an offensive coordinator, you've been a defensive coordinator, a recruiting specialist. So how does, pretty much knowing everything, every aspect of the game, the offensive end, the defensive end, and at the draw circle, how does that kind of help tailor your coaching style to the offensive end of things that you'll be handling here at Hopkins?
Absolutely. I think I've been pretty lucky growing up in a sporting family. Grew up playing lacrosse, obviously, but also soccer and basketball. And, I think all those sports are very transferable to the lacrosse field. And in college, I was a middie and started out as middie on the national team. So I do tend to, lean more to the defensive side of the ball, but I actually think that can give an advantage because you know what you want to do to uh, limit an offensive threat. And so for me, being in this position as offensive coordinator, it's flipping the script a little bit and knowing how I would want to play defensively can give me and my unit, to give our unit that advantage to really be a threat in all areas on the field, no matter who has the ball or who doesn't have the ball. So I'm definitely excited to take on that challenge and really see what our offensive unit can accomplish throughout this upcoming season and years beyond. And I think that part is super exciting. And I can't wait to actually get on the field with everybody and get sports back into our day-to-day lives.
Don't we all? As I mentioned, your coaching lineage at the top here, starting at North Carolina where you graduated, then transitioning to Delaware. You've been on the West Coast at Stanford and then back at Ohio State last year, albeit for a shortened season. But your time at Ohio State, being in the Big Ten, and as you prepared for this past season at Ohio State, you looked at the landscape of the Big Ten, arguably the best college women's lacrosse conference in the country. How does that motivate you moving over to Hopkins now, staying in the Big Ten and competing against the likes of Ohio State, Northwestern, Maryland, and those other top teams in the Big Ten?
Yeah, I mean, you said it yourself. The Big Ten is the best conference in the lacrosse world. And, it's important just to acknowledge that I had a great mentor in Amy Bacher, who I was with at Ohio State and at Stanford. And, I've had awesome mentors on the national team and coaches on the national team. So I think just being able to have those chances to and bring those experiences with me here at Hopkins, it's just going to create a great blend of what we want to do as a program and how we want to compete. And as we push that needle forward to be able to be competitors within the Big Ten and, getting closer to being Big Ten champs and being a contender for the national championships. I know that's our team's ultimate goal and ultimate vision. And, if you want to be the best, you got to play the best, and that's where it starts. And I'm excited to continue to be a part of this amazing conference and just going from there and just putting everything pedal to the metal with our team.
And we kind of talked at the prior to the interview starting about how it's been kind of a whirlwind over the last couple of weeks and trying to move from Columbus back here to Maryland, finding a place in Baltimore. But I want to talk a little bit about maybe the conversations that you've had with some of the girls to this point. Have you had a chance to meet some of the student athletes you'll be working with? Obviously, getting Mackenzie Hellberg back, getting Maggie Schneiderith back, to team up with Aurora accordingly as well. You already have a good foundation there at the attacking unit. So what have your conversations with them been like so far? And how excited are you to get a chance to work with that unit?
Yeah, so as you said, we are in a completely unique situation with where we are now, and I've fortunately been able to Zoom with the entire Hopkins teams, and then dive a little deeper into the offensive side of things with our middies and our attackers, and we've only just scratched the surface of who we want to be and what we want our unit to feel like and how we want to execute those things on the field. And I'm just excited to continue to have those conversations. And then once we do have the chance to be together as a team, work on that skill set and that technical and tactical aspect of the game to show the world what Hopkins lacrosse is all about. And, Janine has done such a great job as incorporating, every person on the team as part of just such a tight-knit family. And I know everybody's so excited to wear the Blue Jay uniform and to get back together and to, honor those 3 fifth years coming back and to welcome the incoming freshmen. And I think talent from top to bottom all across the board, it's going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I just can't wait to get out there and, put a little spin on things and make Hopkins lacrosse, just excited and to have some fun and to be a great program along the way.
You mentioned family. You do have some family ties to Johns Hopkins. Your cousins, Paige and Miranda Ibello, were standouts for the Blue Jay women's lacrosse program. Have you had any conversations with them of, what you could expect out of Coach Tucker, out of Tara, and what have the conversations with your cousins been like since taking the job?
Yeah, it was really hard to keep it hush-hush when I accepted the position. As you said, Paige and Miranda are my cousins and have had such a great experience through this Hopkins program. And you know what, Matt, it's not just them that I know that went through Hopkins. Some of my best friends have gone through Hopkins, and they all say the same thing about Coach Tucker and Coach Tara and just how not only great humans they are, they love everybody that they come across. They help grow and mentor and really help these players become the best versions of themselves. So when they do take that step, outside of college, they're able to attack it with a full heart and able to become successful in whatever path they choose. And, that's another reason why I knew this opportunity just was such a great fit, because of everybody across the board has the same things to say about them. And, they really cherish their experience. So I knew that given the opportunity that it would be a great one for all of us around. So definitely excited that the Blue Jay blood is still in the family. And, they're already going to scope out a seat in the stadium with all the Ibello clan there. And so I think that piece is really special as well.
Well, Kristen, thanks again for taking the time out this morning to join us here, and congratulations on the new job. We look forward to getting a chance to meet you when you finally make the move back to Baltimore. Best of luck this season. Congratulations again, and thanks for your time.
Thanks, Matt.